Dropped off by horseback, two men will spend 4 days facing the challenges of hunting in the unpredictable backcountry of Montana. During this time, the guys will reflect back on past hunts from all over North America.
We knew this was going to be a task when we started this, and it has been, and I haven't made it any easier on us.
This is Into High Country with Jason Matzinger. Since December, host Jason Matzinger and Barrett Haugan have been planning another trip to hunt black bear deep in the rugged mountains of Montana. The two men have selected everything they may need to survive, as this time of the year, the backcountry can be unforgiving.
All right, guys, we are getting the last of our supplies ready here. We've got the 2 coolers full of my food and Barrett's food for either side of the horse here. Got the hammocks here. And then coming back this way, we've got this bag's full of all of our camera gear right here. Then for packing it on the horseback, they've asked if we take the tent poles out of the tent. It's easier to top pack just the sack without the poles, and then you can put the poles along the side or pack them separately. So we've done that. I'll be wearing the new Metcalf Mystery Ranch pack there. This has all of our kitchen stuff in it. These boxes, they're bear-proof panniers. They've got everything from forks, knives, plates, cups, coffee pot, pots, pans, lanterns, fuel, all that kind of stuff is inside these containers. And like I said, they are bear-proof, so that's nice when you're going in bear country. We'll also use that as kind of our kitchen setup.
Earlier in the day, the two men packed in 5 miles on horseback with the assistance of Barrett's dad, Mike. After a long day on the trail, the guys are able to get camp set up just before darkness sets in.
Well, guys, we just got to where we're going to camp here. It's the day's gotten away from us. It's about 5:40, and Mike has to take all 4 horses out by himself, clear back down to the trailhead. So these guys are unloading the horses right now. We've got a beautiful spot here to camp. Some real lush green meadows up behind here that we're going to be bear hunting in, and got our water supply, and so I'm excited. We've got about 4 days up in here. Barrett's got a bear tag. I was able to get mine earlier on, but better get my backpack off and help him. Thanks again, Mike. I really appreciate it. That's awesome.
Coming along and being a part of it.
Heck yeah. You too, Lion. This is the 2nd year that Mike's packed us into bear camp. Yeah. Mike's a member of the Backcountry Horsemen, and they do a lot for clearing trails and things to help get us back into these areas. So,
good way to get back in the backcountry for sure. They can pack a lot of gear with you and a lot of comforts at home.
Oh yeah, I mean, we have a wood stove, we have a whole kitchen set up, we've got a full wall tent for Barrett and I to stay in. We've got, you know, a couple Yeti coolers full of food, sleeping bags, rifles, cots. I mean, we're going to be living like kings up here for the next 4 days, so.
Oh, that's good.
But you got a long ways to get back down to the trailhead leading these 4 guys out, so we got to get camp set up. But thanks again, Mike, I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Grab some of these steaks here. Well guys, we finally made it here. Barrett's getting some firewood for camp right now, and I'm just gonna get this fire going. We got the creek right here we can get some water out of, boil it up and get some mountain houses going.
Hunting the high country demands that you be prepared with gear that will hold up in any and all situations. Gear you can trust your hunt to. Gear like Vortex Optics, the force of optics. Archer Extreme, there can only be one. Hunting GPS maps, hunt with confidence. Sitka Gear, specialized outdoor wear and equipment. Montana Canvas, hands down the finest wall tents ever made.
May your tag of a lifetime finally come through. May the snow pile up and the elk come down. May your socks always stay dry. May the herd bull finally break from the herd. And may your aim always stay true. Welcome to the next level. Welcome to the Vortex.
What you're after is on the other side of the fence, but you don't know who owns the property. Hunting GPS Maps shows you. With color-coded land ownership maps for your Garmin GPS, determine public land type, find little-known spots, private property boundaries, get plat info and landowner names so you can request access. With the most data ever, Hunting GPS Maps assures you'll always know where you stand. Learn more at huntinggpsmaps.com. Welcome back in to high country. After a long day on the trail, the guys are able to get camp set up just before darkness sets in.
Well, finally made it. I can relax a little bit finally.
Yeah, it's been a long, brutal day.
Oh man, that's for sure. I had no idea it was going to take this long.
No, that's just one of them things. You're either going to have a quick, go smooth trip with the horse, or it's going to take you a while.
It worked out. I mean, man, oh man, they hauled in. You look at what we got here. I mean,
Yeah.
there is a lot of gear packed in here. We're going to live like kings, you know.
Feel pretty spoiled.
And the weather was so nice coming in. Just those lush green meadows and birds chirping. It's like just what we were hoping for when we planned this, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, it feels good to be sitting here in front of this fire.
Yeah, relaxing.
Yeah.
Getting ready for tomorrow.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe I'm back up here. I wasn't sure if I ever wanted to come back to these mountains after the last time I was up here.
Yeah.
That goat hunt was brutal. Man, oh man, that was a hunt.
How long did you say you were applying for?
That was my just over 20. I've been applying for a mountain goat tag now for more than 21 years. Since I was a young boy, I've dreamed of taking an adventure into the high country where I could pursue these goats. I feel truly blessed to be here right now, up in goat country, the high country. Mountain goats are some of the most formidable animals on the planet. These animals demand respect. When you get up into their mountains, it's easy to see why. Mountain goats spend almost their entire existence above 8,000 feet. These elusive animals thrive in places where most any other animal would starve, enduring below freezing temperatures, endless snow, and sheer cliffs. It really only takes one little slip and it's all over, 600 feet down to their death. I will never have to work harder, be in this good a shape, and spend this much time in this rugged of terrain. These goats have literally brought me to the pinnacle of my hunting career.
This segment of Into High Country has been brought to you by Archer Extreme, the lightest and strongest archery accessories on the market. Welcome back in to High Country.
You know, I feel really fortunate to have been born and raised in a hunting family, having a father with friends who enjoyed hunting as much as anybody I knew. I remember just being a little boy and seeing them come back with the animals in the photos and the stories, and I really idolized those guys. I mean, I could see how much fun they were having. I could see what good people they were in society. And I wanted to be those guys from the time I was little. And it wasn't that they were taking the biggest animals or the best animals. It's that they were good people and they were good friends, and you could see that. You could see the bond that hunting created amongst friends. I'll never forget one of the times being a little boy and knowing that my dad was away on a special hunt for a mountain goat. I was rooting for Dad. He had talked a lot about this once-in-a-lifetime Montana mountain goat hunt. Here it is, the year that I draw my once-in-a-lifetime mountain goat tag to follow in my father's footsteps. And now I have my beautiful little boy Dawson, who's a spitting image of me when I was his age, looking up to his daddy, who drew his once-in-a-lifetime mountain goat tag. And I can't tell you how special that is to me. To see the light in his eyes when I told him that Daddy was going to hunt a mountain goat was like a flashback in time. This is like hunting no other animal in the world. There's been very few people who have ever been lucky enough to hunt them, so the knowledge of how to go about it is limited. It's a very physically demanding process from square one. I just had to put my boots on the trail and get miles back in and just pick a canyon a day in hopes of finding one mountain goat, let alone a big billy that I would want to focus my efforts on. I've learned that persistence pays off, and after weeks of scouting, hiking, and searching, I've finally located a billy.
He's right up there, like 400 yards away. We've come all the way across this canyon now, kind of in the zone now where we really have to be careful about every move we make.
What exactly am I doing up here right now? Why would I leave the comforts of my home in the security of knowing that I have literally everything I need at my fingertips? I have a son back at home that I love more than anything in the world. Yet I put our time behind sometimes to be here in the mountains. I don't understand that, because when I'm in the mountains and hunting slow, my mind instantly goes to my son. Sometimes I think it's the shots that miss that teach you the very most. And I'm going to search and search until another opportunity presents itself.
Into High Country. We'll be right back. This segment of Into High Country has been brought to you by Archer Extreme, the lightest and strongest archery accessories on the market. Welcome back in to High Country.
Sometimes I think it's the shots that miss that teach you the very most. And I'm going to search and search until another opportunity presents itself. And as luck would have it, the next morning I walk out of the wall tent and spot the very same billy not 800 yards from where I had left him at dark last night. The only problem is there's no way I can safely maneuver into position. So I watch and wait for 4 days. Finally, the billy moves into an area that I feel safe enough to put another stock on him. Even then, he's on a sheer cliff face. Now that I'm up here, I can't see the billy. I know I'm within 60 yards. I try walking up above onto a little point, and finally I spot him. But how I'm gonna get a shot is another story. I know I have to do something, or he could lay here till dark. So I decide to pick up some tiny rocks and throw them into the chute above him to simulate a little rock slide. Amazingly, it works. Here comes the billy on the opposite side of the chute that we're set up on. And once again, the shot of my lifetime presents itself. We've been in camp watching this goat up on the side hill here, and you know, it's been my lifelong dream to put a mountain goat down with my bow. And 3 days ago, I had that opportunity, and you know, I've practiced, I've done everything you can do as a hunter to prepare yourself for that moment. We were able to watch him, see what he was gonna do for the next couple days, and today finally found him back in a stockable position. We went back and forth on whether to use the bow or the rifle, and I wasn't ready to give up on my dream yet of taking this billy with my bow. I felt like I could do it. I was confident. Matt stuck it out with me. We made it up the hill. Billy came out at 60 yards, a shot that I've made 1,000 times in my backyard. He wasn't uphill, he wasn't downhill. He was 60 yards. And that, I had it. And I don't know what to say. That shot I've waited for once again, my whole life came and went, and never touched him. Blew right through the hair on the top of his back, and You know, I knew I could make that shot. I knew I could make that shot. And now here we are, the wind's howling. We're at about 9,800 feet. And we're tired, we're worn out. And I'll tell you, you know, to accomplish something you've never accomplished, you have to do things you've never done. And that's what Matt and I have done the last couple days. And, you know, we haven't given up. That's all I can say. We haven't given up, and we're not going to give up. These are a tough animal that demand respect, and it's not easy, but I'm really disappointed in myself right now. I just can't even tell you guys.